first cold nights have arrived. Thin layers of frost cover the landscape, and the birch leaves have turned gold, almost like small last flames trembling in the wind, before the long dark puts them out. I'm in the far north of Europe now, in the borderlands between Sweden and Norway. I came here to walk across this land while it's changing, to witness autumn tighten its grip and animals preparing for the long winter ahead. An experience worth the struggle, it seems. But I gave this adventure a twist. It's already the beginning of October, very late for a hike like this. But my goal is simple: to cross this wilderness alone, spend some time with myself, reflect, and maybe learn a thing or two. When one pays attention to the present, there is great pleasure in the awareness of small things, I once read, and this is easily achieved alone. Just a few trails guide me forward, through valleys carved by glaciers. The mountains are already snow-capped, and the rivers I must cross are ice cold. It is going to be a challenging 20 days. Harsh weather, long distances, but hopefully unforgettable moments.
Good morning. I just started from the parking place and making my way now here through the forest to the first lake. It's already a bit off season, so it's beginning of October, which means I have to be aware of snow, cold storms and lots of rain. But it also means that I have the nice colors of the forest for now.
My dilemma is always the same: go light and starve, or carry too much and regret it. I chose regret, but before I could even start whining, something happened.
Okay, so I just met a woman from Finland alone with a huge backpack similar to my one, and she asked me where I'm heading, and I told her I go Sarek, and then from there on I see how the weather is and whatsoever. And then she was became loud and was like very emotional, because it was actually a storm the last 5 days, and she was trapped in the storm, she told, with huge wind gusts, like 120 kilometers an hour apparently, or 40 meters per second wind, and a lot of snow. And she actually had a similar route than me in mind, but she couldn't do it. So she passed me now and goes back to the car because it was just impossible. Which doesn't sound too good for me, actually, to be honest. So I will see. Time for food. I'm hungry.
Well, not only to keep the engine running, but also to get some weight off my back. Looks nice here at the lake shore. The forest is very dense, so it's the only moment where you have some kind of view. It's getting colder now, I can feel it. I'm higher, like 300 meters higher than where I started this morning. So yeah. Need to pack myself. It's about 4 to 5 degrees now. Fairly fresh, actually. But amazing colors everywhere. Beautiful. I arrived at the high plateau.
Finally. Crazy with those colors. My path should lead me now here over this little hill, and then I should really be at the high plateau and the trees stop, and then there is only marshland left. I will not walk now for more than an hour, I think. The next good spot with water access I will take. Looking pretty good here. A bit sheltered from the wind, fireplace. Although I want to fire, but good spot for camping. Nice. And pretty good view. Yeah, fresh. Really fresh. Hope the weather forecast is more or less correct, because if it's raining here it's really not nice. It's just tough. Nice water. It's actually quite early still, 4:30 now, so 2 hours more sunlight about, and made a hot chocolate and just chilling a bit now for half an hour, and after we'll search more water, cook, and maybe if the weather is okay and allows it, I will shortly climb this little mountain here. It's funny, there is still a lot of blueberries and crowberries, and those red ones, not really sure what they are. Guess you can also eat them. Pretty nice mushrooms also everywhere. What a crazy place up here. I managed to come up. I'm actually on the highest point here of this little range, and have a good view of the way tomorrow. So down there you can see actually the path, how it leads towards the forest, and it goes through the forest, and behind you can now see the big marshlands of Parek. And pretty cool, you can also see down there a reindeer fence, one which is a bit longer, with a big round in the end to collect the reindeer, I guess. You can see quite well with a little hut just below that mountain there. Alright, time to go back, make some food, and then sleep. I really try to start early tomorrow. I want to use all the sunlight I get, especially because I have to cross those ice cold rivers over there and the second one over there, so I hope I can manage that tomorrow.
I really like hiking in the forest, but after many hours it's nice to have this part behind me for a while. Tomorrow there's still a bit left, but soon I'll enter the mountains. Views, weather should get better. And the upcoming marshlands should be perfect for spotting some animals. Alright, it's getting dark, time to sleep. See you tomorrow, guys. The night had gone just as expected, miserably. I'd picked a too low spot, and cold collected during the night. It's my first time camping. Rookie mistake. There's a saying in the German language: if you don't have it in your head, you will have it in your legs.
Hello, hello, good morning. I just started the day. Took me a bit longer than I planned. It was ice cold in the morning, so it was fairly tough to get out of the sleeping bag. But yeah, I finally managed and I packed everything up. And now it's about 7 o'clock and I'm heading towards the mountains. Beautiful morning. I can see reindeer grassing in front of me. Quite a lot, even a white one. I would say like 10 of them. Just here in the plains. Lucky today. Good weather and some animals already. And I'm not even an hour on the path now. I can hear the water crossing I would have to do now, just behind those few hills here. Let's see how cold it is. Worked quite well with my good shoes. Now I just need to get out. Oh, not easy. Not easy at all. I just arrived at one of the Hamburg huts, Axel Hamburg. Those meteorological huts which are here since 100 years about, and just leave my bag there and go check it out quickly. Pretty cool place as well. So those are living huts with beds and stuff inside, but you cannot watch because it's fully covered up, you see. Also there are some windows, but you cannot really see inside. And yeah, toilet, probably an old toilet, unsure. And there some more little buildings for measuring weather stuff. If you're a scientist, you can contact in Stockholm the university, and then they may give you access to those huts and you can come and study. Just quite dope place to study, if you ask me. There is everywhere perfect camping spots. But anyway, time to move on. Still some kilometers to do today. Should not waste too much time here. The window of opportunity is small, so I have to use it.
Finally, I'm out. Time for a break. I start looking for a warm sunlit rock to make lunch and quickly find one. I got soup and good old coffee. The usual.
It's very quiet in the fjell today. It's not a bird, nothing. The woman I met yesterday down was terrified by the snow and storm she encountered here the last week. And by me now, it's just paradise. There you see how quickly it can change up here. There's a big canyon I will need to cross, and my goal is to be somewhere on this mountain, on the flank probably for tonight. Not sure how far it is, I have to check the map after. There's quite a lot of caterpillars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are a lot of fresh reindeer tracks and also moose I saw behind. So I keep my eyes open. I reached the first canyon, there's a second one, and somewhere there should be a lake. So I will cross now here, this one, and then I see. I made my 13 kilometers I wanted to reach today, so everything now on is plus, which is good. Less tomorrow. So I could go straight like this, or I go further there and turn around like that. There was a snow bridge, but it didn't look good, so I had to go through the water. But I'm here and I have to go like that. So some more 100 meters and then I will set up camp somewhere cozy, close to a water source. There you can still see Park. Alright. Camp for the night is up, made some tea, relaxed a little bit, and now sun is disappearing behind this hill there. So I just get the last warm sunbeams and then I will make myself cozy in my tent. Stay warm. Up there on the mountain, you can actually see the hut, the red one. It's right there. But too much snow, stone mixture to go up there right now. Beaches, nah. So I will continue in this direction. Time to eat. Let's go eat. Enough sun. It's almost 5:30. So an hour more light and then it's dark. So I will try to stay warm now. It's already cold, I feel it.
Good morning. Sun just comes out. Oh, I slept well. Super long. Woo woo.
The sun lit up the campsite, but the cold didn't really care. Still freezing. I packed up quick and headed for the climb. I'm lucky this time. Third day. 2 times reindeers. They're not at all afraid. So I packed and I'm heading up the mountain now and on the other side down. It's a vast, open country. Beautiful and boring in no time. Perfect. Must be the aftermath of being bombarded with content back home. I reached the top. From now on, entering another valley. And it looks wild here. Wow. Okay, so I need to go in this direction and then the valley goes out there between those mountain peaks. Out there and then to the left. Beautiful autumn colors now, and maybe also more chances for animals, although I saw here now some reindeers, but maybe some moose would be nice. We'll see. So I will continue down here until I reach the bottom of the valley, and then I need to follow a river up the valley. I reached the other mountain top, just making a break. There's my stuff. I came shortly back because from here you can actually see the big lake there, far in the distance. That's where Quikyog is, where I started the hike. So I went from there all around to here now. Even though there is Quikyog, I don't have connection anymore. So from now on, no more weather updates via my mobile phone, or smartphone. Anyway, still have the Garmin, and I know the next 3 days are good, so I push through. Yeah, and here is now a huge valley with a big lake in the distance. Don't know if you can make it out. And lower there's actually the reindeer herder hut, another one, which is for the moment my next goal. I'd say it's time for a coffee, a soup, and a little break before I head up the valley. Jackpot. Nice. Very simple. An oven and 2 beds. And a cupboard, not even a kitchen. It's probably the old hut, and there is a much more modern one. That looks fairly new. They leveled up quite a bit. Pretty dope hut. Sadly you cannot watch inside. I don't know, the windows are blackened out. I kept the break short. My legs disagree. That morning climb is still burning.
But the valley calls, so I move.
Should not waste too much time here. Still have quite a way in front of me. The way should lead me now to this canyon and then down, and once in the valley I should actually cross this little flow, stream, river. Not sure how big it is today. Let's see. It's beautiful here, but you constantly lose the trail. No clue where it is. Just know I need to go in this direction. I am at the river. Looks doable actually. There, for example. But I think I will stick to the original plan and follow the path if I find it again. It should be somewhere there. It will be smaller river crossings instead of a large one here, and in front of me on the other side it's too much forest actually there, but it looks like wetlands, so there is a reason for the path to go around here, right? So stick to the plan. It's probably knee deep there.
Knee deep. What a wonderfully useless measurement.
I just hope now I find the path. It's a bit bushwhacking here. Oh, watch how nice. So I need to cross all of this and get up there. That's of moose. They are sleeping here. Definitely, all of this. But didn't hear nor see anything until now. But I'm also very loud. I mean, they hear me from far already.
Still no moose. Which reminds me of the mousse au chocolat hiding in my backpack. Time to find a spot for the night. The days are getting short now. But first, wet feet. Again.
Whew. It's 4 o'clock. I made 15 kilometers and I hope the sun goes like this, so I have a bit longer sun here. Shadow is creeping up. But that's the place where I set up camp. Somewhere here where it's flat. There's a water source. Someone already camped here once. You can see some remains of a fire. And yeah, well, I think it looks good. Let's set up camp. I actually thought about taking out my tarp. I have a poncho tarp and sleep with the tarp only, but sadly there's too much wind. It's a tarp tent, Dipole 1. So I had before the ultralight version, but sadly it broke. And yeah, just because of stability reasons I decided to take this one, not the light version anymore. And it's a great tent, honestly. It's really a good tent. You have less space than in the light one, but the Dyneema one, but yeah, it's just a little bit less. That's okay. Yeah, you get used to. Don't need too much space actually. Easy. Oh no, shadow. Wow, it's getting cold directly. Bolognese time. Next time I should bring some cheese with me actually. That would be dope. Oh, hungry. It was a tough day. You really need a knack to find the path here. It's like
thousands of different little paths from moose, and only one leads to here actually. So yeah. It's a very nice spot here with all those little rivulets running down the mountain. There's like a dozen of them. Gives a constant noise in the background though. So Bolognese is getting ready this time. This brand, let's see, I have 4 brands and 4 different pasta bolognese. So compare all of them on this trip. Hope this one is better than the one I had yesterday. Oh. There's still a few mosquitoes around, but they don't pick. They're just like lame flying around. It's okay.
It was raining in the night, so everything is wet, and it's not very warm, so I have to keep moving to not have cold. And I'm actually quite happy that I chose this path, because the high plateau is white out. There is crazy dense clouds up there, so good to stay low.
Yeah, well, the weather forecast was wrong. Again. Anyway, my mood stays pretty high. I'd spend the evening with my mousse au chocolat and The Last Kingdom to read. Hard to complain with that combination.
I think I made it out of the jungle. Trees are starting to vanish. Too rough up here for trees in winter. There's just a few left in front of me. So progress will be easier from now on. I saw fresh moose. How you call that in English? Don't know. Shit. And also a lot of paths they made freshly. But I again couldn't see a moose. Even if I made a break up higher where I can see everything like now. But they are super difficult to spot. Alright, river crossing. Whew! Cold! Very cold. So, was it the last one, or is there still one coming? That's a big question.
So I get quickly back into my hiking boots, hopefully for the last time. Having them hang under my nose wasn't exactly refreshing.
Pretty dope. Stone on a stone. I'm sure they have a specific name, those things. It's getting eaten up by the wind from that direction, looks like, and snow. And the other stone is just resting on top of it. Like a mushroom, basically. Cool. There's a lot of reindeer over there, like 20 or 30 of them. That would be number 3. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think it's time for midday break. Coffee. Here I'm safe from the cold wind. So I will enjoy here my coffee. Just need to get water from somewhere. I have to continue now along the lakes on the right side. It's 3 lakes. That's the first one, then a smaller one, then a longer one, and then I will turn left. So I think at the end of the day I will be at the end of the lakes, hopefully. Should be quite an easy walk from here. No bushes, nothing, so yeah. Easy going with the reindeers. Beautiful. Water cooking. Time for coffee. Woo, woo. I have some cappuccino powder with me. It's not like real cappuccino, but it's good. Sweet. And I need some warm. At least I can see the mountains a bit. I might get some better weather. It looks very blue here. Hopefully. It's very cold. I would say like 1-2 degrees now up here. I wonder if you could hop over to the next valley. Probably yes. Like that. We'll have to check the map later. I'm almost done with this lake. 2 more to go. And then I will search a cozy place, hopefully. Yeah. It's now 2 o'clock. I'm a bit slower today. The way up here to the lakes was tougher than I expected. Very steep and cold and rainy. Oh. Whew. Beautiful place with the black dark rock there. Also here it's almost looking volcanic.
Last time I was here, a storm had swallowed the valley, the fog flattening everything into one dull sheet of grey. Now the sky opens and I finally see the place I only pictured in my head back then. I'm about in the middle of the last lake, a bit more. I found a very dry spot here. It's a bit open though for wind, so I check shortly the weather, and if the weather is good I will set up camp here. Otherwise it's a bit too exposed. Would more need some place where I can hide from the wind. And I'm also very high, about 900 meters, so if there is
rain slash snow coming in the night would also not be that funny. So we'll check first for the weather and then decide. There are some reindeer over there, 3 of them, grassing, and far behind there is another herd grassing around. Got some black sand beach and huge cliffs on that side. Oh, actually also there, all around actually.
At this time of the year, it's just you and the landscape. It's lonely, sure, but that's exactly what I came for. Still, the place has a way of getting under your skin. The walls rise deep and black around me, and suddenly the solitude feels a bit less welcoming. But at least there's always something new behind the next corner.
Sun, finally some sun. There are prints of a wolverine.
Anyway, enough dreaming. Time to move. I need to cover some ground today. Storms hit fast up here, and the snow stacks up even faster. Once I reach the pass, the wind freshens. Of course it does.
Just sitting down and see what I'm gonna do. Be actually quite nice. Go up here and then hop over.
I hear something in the distance. That's enough for me to call off the climb. The valley opens up anyway, and I walk straight into real reindeer country. Vast open land with more history than I can wrap my head around. A quick look at the map shows clusters of symbols marking ancient Sami sites. They've been here for thousands of years. And I am just a guest. I try not to leave any traces. I've been here in winter twice before. Different conditions, same valley. But it's good to see the landscape once before winter arrives. I can't really explain it, but I feel a very strong connection. Something just draws me here. It is a place that humbles you, grounds you, and removes all the usual debasement. Honestly, a few years out here should be mandatory for anyone in politics. Might fix a thing or two. But again, enough dreaming. Time to move on.
It's almost uncomfortably quiet. I am looking for a lake, another one, a bigger one, even bigger than the one we just saw. But I can't seem to find it.
In that direction lies Norway. Not that far at all. And beyond it, the Atlantic. A whole world opening behind the horizon. I spot a couple of birds diving into the lake below. Looks fun, but I decide to keep moving and lose some elevation before I start getting ideas. Once lower, the atmosphere turns heavy. That feeling you only get when you've been out alone for a long time. And then the shadows catch my eye, drifting across the country like oil on water. Not very colorful, but undeniably calming. Just making a little round here, checking out all the huts. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 huts. A bigger hut for trash, gas hut, and toilets. The weather forecast actually tells for Sunday 160 centimeters of snow, which sounds ridiculously a lot. I almost can't believe it has to be a mistake. But if, then I really have a problem. So my plan is to go lower, quickly lower. But I think it's a mistake. Can't be 160 centimeters. That would be insane. Well, you heard it. Time to keep going. The sky is blue, but that west wind is bristling across the ridges, and the temperatures stay stubbornly low. It's simply not a place where you'd want heavy snowfall ambushing you. Conditions here can turn with almost cunning speed. It is a long way down, and the vegetation shifts every 50 meters. I move quickly. There's hardly any cover out here. The next morning, the storm still hasn't broken. Wind, fall, and fjell are inseparable, it seems. It's not only me out here fighting the gusts, and for once, traveling by foot is faster. Finally, the first gnarled birch comes into view, a welcome sign that things are shifting. I move on. It's not like the wilderness is offering alternatives.
I'm entering places where there could be wolverines, foxes, and reindeers, bears as well. So I hope I'm lucky and see some animal. 11 kilometers from here. They made almost the whole way with those planks, which is really nice, making much faster progress, and you don't get wet feet here. Feels like it will rain soon, so I have to see to maybe stop and make my rain gear ready.
Not much later, big rain clouds push into the valley and wrap the landscape in a dense mist, occasionally revealing the snow-capped peaks. It's cold, and hypothermia is always just one mistake away. It's cold and I'm hungry. Soon there should be a hut, but you know how it is. The path always feels longest late in the day. At least it stopped raining. For now.
Last day just started, and I'm a lucky one. The weather is nice suddenly, no more pouring rain. Beautiful. Only clouds there, but otherwise, and full moon. So it's going to be a easy get up. It's going to be an easy hike home. Yeah, that's good. Book a boat. I need to get the number to book a boat. Now that I have network again.
Man, what a trip. As usual, a bit too ambitious and definitely too much gear. Thing is, I just don't eat that much when I'm out here. Apparently, there's some science behind that. I should probably read up on it. Anyways, that's it. What a wonderful place this is. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And yeah, thanks for sticking around. See you in the next one. And don't turn off just yet. There's still a bit more coming. Bye.